All right, here's most of the controls for the RV, or about half of them. You got your electric switch for your steps. You don't want to leave the steps on while you're parked because they'll go in and out every time you get in and out of the RV, which is frustrating. Just turn the steps off once they're open, and then you turn it back on when you leave. You don't make sure the steps have retracted before you take off. Your outdoor light is here, the entry light is here, and the patio light's here. So the main thing about this is your electric step switch. Down here is the main disconnect for the RV. When you leave the RV, switch that off, it disconnects all the batteries. So it keeps the charge. You won't have to worry about coming back to a dead RV that you'll have to jump off. So that's kind of a trip ruiner. Obviously that's your fire extinguisher. Let's go back and we'll look at the AC controls real quick. Your generator button is here. You just switch it off. It's running now, but to switch it on, you have to push it on and hold it in. You don't just turn it on. You hold it in like holding the ignition on a car. You'll hear it fire off. The AC controls are basically very standard. Here's your system checks to tell you how much water's in your gray water tank, your black water tank, what your battery charge is. On your sewage and water, I don't know if you know, but you have two holding tanks, one for showers, kitchen drain, and bathroom sink. That's called gray water. Your toilet is called black water. And there's two separate tanks. When you get ready, when you pull up to an RV park and hook up your sewer hose, only leave the gray water valve open. Leave the black water valve closed. The reason for that is the solids in this toilet tissue will break down and allow it to flush easier. If you leave them both open, all of your water from your black water tank will continue to drain out, leaving your solids in the bottom of the tank. And we've had the misery before of those solids actually closing up, clogging up the end of the valve, the end of the drains. It was an ordeal. So leave the black water valve closed until you get ready to dump it. Also dump the black water first. The day before we dump the black water, I always shut the gray water off to let some water accumulate in the gray water tank. Then the next day I can flush the black water tank, then flush the gray water behind it, and that cleaner water flushes out everything. It just makes it less stinky. I'll show you outside. There's also a hose, a spray nozzle that you can rinse the hose out even after your gray water, and makes it a little bit more sanitary. And that's about it. On the power, it's a 50 amp plug, and you need to not worry if you've got the generator running. I mean, shut the generator off before you plug in the RV to a campsite, obviously. But it could be overlooked, so just make sure you turn off the generator before you go out and plug into an RV site. And if you come back in and nothing's working in the RV, don't forget, don't panic, just remember you probably forgot to turn the power on your main power button right over here. So that's about it. If you have any problems, just always feel free to call us.